guys, it's me, Freddy Pop Collector. Today we're doing another top 10 video, this time on the top 10 FNAF characters that need a FNAF action figure. If you remember, a few days ago I made a top 10 FNAF characters that need a FNAF plush. You guys really seem to like that video a lot, so I thought I'd do another one, but this time for Funko action figures. Like last time, I'm not going to be including any of the FNAF VR characters, any of the Withered characters, or any of the FNAF AR characters, just because all of these characters are new or have been confirmed that merch is coming for them, so we can't really, determine whether they're going to get an action figure or not, so none of these characters will be on the list. I just wanted to tell you that. So now that that's all out of the way, let's move on to number 10. Coming in at number 10 is Scrap Springtrap from FNAF 6. Funko hasn't made any merch of this guy. If he gets merch of any kind, I think it would be an action figure. I don't think he'd get a plush and they already skipped him on the mystery mini, but I think if they were ever to go back and fill in the blanks of Pizzeria Simulator, I think that they would do Scrap Trap, just because the action figures seem to go in weird directions sometimes with Jacko Chica and Nightmare Own. So I don't think it's too far out of left field to say that Scrap Trap might get an action figure at some point down the road. I was originally considering putting the mediocre melodies that they didn't make, like Ned Bear, Happy Frog, Mr. Hippo at the number 10 spot, but when it comes down to it, I do think Scrap Trap has a really good chance of getting an action figure if they ever go back to Pizza Sim, so that's why he comes in at number 10. Let's move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is Shadow Freddy. They've made a pop of Shadow Freddy, a mystery mini, and a plush, but not an action figure. I think he's really likely because, as we all know, Funko has confirmed that they're making Withered merch, or it's rumored because, nothing's been officially announced from Funko, but it probably will happen. And if we do get a Withered wave, it's highly likely that we'll get a Shadow Freddy as a recolor exclusive of Withered Golden Freddy. That's what they did with Nightmare Chica to Jacko Chica. They just recolored it a little bit and released it as a different exclusive. It's a pretty smart idea and a way to make more money off of a model you've already made, so it's probably really likely that this one's going to happen. I really want Shadow Freddy as an action figure, and I'm pretty sure if they do a Withered wave, he will be released as an exclusive. So coming in at number 9 is Shadow Freddy. Let's move on to number 8. Coming in at number 8 is Rockstar Barney and Rockstar Chica. If you didn't watch my top 10 FNAF characters that need a FNAF plush, these two were in the list as well, grouped together, because they both get the shafts in the merch. Freddy and Foxy get all the glory. So, as you all know, Funko skipped Rockstar Barney and Rockstar Chica in the action figures, in the pops, and in the plushies. The only representation they have in merch is mystery minis, and that's it, nothing else. So I do think that they definitely deserve an action figure. I definitely buy them. So coming in at number 8 are those two, just simply because I really think that they deserve it. And let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7 is Shadow Bonnie, or RWQFSFASXC, or just Shadow Bonnie, which is what most people call him. But yeah, he comes in at number 7. I do think he really deserves an action figure. A lot of people seem to prefer him to Shadow Freddy. He's definitely a lot more popular. He's an AR, he was in Ultimate Custom Night, and he just gets a lot more appearances than Shadow Freddy. I think if Funko was going to make one of the Shadows, I think that they would make Shadow Bonnie, just because he seems to be a lot more popular, he seems to have a lot more fans, and that's honestly the only reason why he ranks higher, is he's just a more popular character overall. I could definitely see Shadow Bonnie getting an action figure before Shadow Freddy, but that's just my opinion. Overall, I think he'd make a great action figure, and that's why he comes in at number 7. So let's move on to number 6. Coming in at number 6 is Nightmare Balloon Boy. I think if they do a FNAF VR wave of action figures, as we all know, there's not enough VR action figures to make a full wave, so I think that they would fill in the blanks with some characters, and I think Nightmare BB is very likely. He's appeared in FNAF VR and in Curse of Dreadbear, so that automatically buffs his chances, and also, the only thing that they've made for Nightmare BB was a mystery mini, so they could do a pop, they could do an action figure, they could do a plushie. There's a lot of things that they could do with Nightmare BB. He's a really popular character, and so I think he's actually one of the most likely characters on this list. Overall, Nightmare BB's a really cool character, and I'd love to see him in action figure form, probably one of the most likely Nightmare animatronics. So, Nightmare BB comes in at number 6. Let's move on to number 5. Coming in at number 5 is Jacko Bonnie. This character isn't really the most popular character, but the main reason why he's on here is because Jacko Chica was made into an action figure as a GameStop exclusive. Similar to Nightmare Balloon Boy, I think since Jacko Bonnie was in Curse of Dreadbear and played a pretty big role in that game, I think he'll be included with the FNAF VR wave / Curse of Dreadbear. I really hope Funko takes advantage of this opportunity to redo a bunch of old characters that they missed, so I really want Jacko Bonnie as an action figure, even if it would just be a recolor. I feel like Jacko Bonnie doesn't get really much merch representation, and he's always overshadowed by Jacko Chica, which, in my opinion, Jacko Chica is cooler, but, you know, it's fine. Jacko Bonnie's still pretty cool. I really think he deserves an action figure, so Jacko Bonnie comes in at number 5. Let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Molten Freddy. I think Molten Freddy really deserves an action figure. He got a mystery mini along with Scrap Baby and Lefty, but nothing else. I really think an action figure would do him justice, and Funko could make this action figure one of the best of all time. All they would really have to do is kind of reshape the inner body shape a little bit and add a mask and stuff. I'm going to put up an edit on screen that looks really good. I found this edit a long time ago, and I think this is probably one of the best edits I've ever seen. It looks really good. This really makes me want a Molten Freddy action figure. I really hope that they do an exclusive of him at some point. I know he wasn't in FNAF VR, so there's probably no chance that's going to happen in that wave, but I really think he deserves one, and Molten Freddy's really cool. So Molten Freddy's coming in at number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is Nightmare Fredbear. Nightmare Fredbear, as I said in the last video, really deserves a plush as well. He's a very underrated character, one of the most important in FNAF 4. I guess I could include Nightmare in here too. They could just palette swap them and release them as exclusive again. Same thing with Wither Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy. Just change up the colors and bam, you got a new character. I really want to see these two in action figure form. I think they'd look really cool. Nightmare Fredbear was in FNAF VR, so there's a high chance that we could see him in the FNAF VR wave. Again, Funko really needs to take advantage of this opportunity to fill in the blanks of the past with FNAF VR, because there's not enough characters to make a whole wave. So I could see them filling in the blanks with some FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4 characters. You know, I think that would work out pretty good. Nightmare Fredbear really needs some merch, and I really hope he gets one in this next series of the FNAF VR action figures. So, Nightmare Fredbear comes in at number 3. Let's move on to number 2. Coming in at number 2 is the Puppet. The original Puppet doesn't have a figure yet, but of course Nightmare did. So that doesn't really make much sense to me how Nightmare got an action figure before the Puppet, but hey, it's whatever. Again, like I've been saying throughout this whole video, FNAF VR included the toy animatronics, wizards, phantoms, whatever. And they could really use this opportunity to go back and fill in all the blank characters, and Puppet's one of them. The only reason why he comes in at number 2 and not with number 1 is because Puppet is kind of a strange figure. He's not built like all the rest, and for some reason I could just see Funko skipping the Puppet. It's nothing against the Puppet, but if they do a Withered wave, I think Withered Golden Freddy will be the build each piece character, and Shadow Freddy might be released as an exclusive or something. And I think if they ever do, like, maybe a Phantom wave, I just can't see Puppet really fitting in anywhere, but I'm not going to spoil what's number 1. I think you can together what number 1 is, but I was going to include Puppet with number 1, but I'll give a reason why later. So, Puppet comes in at number 2. Let's move on to number 1. Coming in at number 1 is the toy animatronics, specifically Toy Freddy, Toy Barney, Toy Chica, Balloon Boy, and Mangle. The reason why I decided to put these together and not the Puppet is because I could see the main 4 toy animatronics being like, you know, the main characters, and then Balloon Boy building the build each piece character, or vice versa. The reason why I don't think Puppet would be included is because I can't see Mangle being put together as, you know, her own figure. And also, he's very complicated to build, so, and same with Puppet, I don't think they'd sell just Puppet, so for some reason I feel like they would skip Puppet and make the main 5 toy animatronics. That's just my opinion, though. Of course, these are some of the most wanted FNAF characters to get action figures. Again, FNAF VR, I've said it at least 7 times in this video. FNAF VR had the toy animatronics in it. This is the perfect time to get the toy animatronics into action figure form. And I think they'd look really, really cool as action figures, so, and I think a lot of people would buy them, so, yeah. Funko, please get on it. Make the toy animatronics. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you agree with at least some of my opinions. I'm going to be announcing the 5,000 subscriber giveaway probably next video, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again for 5,000 subscribers, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you agree with my picks. I spent a long time putting this together, you know, which characters have ones, which ones need ones, so thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.